Heikenfeld, and welcome to Love Starts in the Kitchen. You're going to learn the technique to pan roast filet mignons to roast them just perfectly. Now, if you're serving a crowd, know that for dinner, about 8 ounces of raw meat is good. So we have about a 6-ounce fillet and an 8-ounce fillet. Notice I have it on a towel. I want it nice and dry. And be sure to bring your meat, whole pieces of meat like tenderloins, roast, to room temperature before you roast them. You'll get a more consistent roast. And don't worry, the inside of the meat is sterile. It's not like ground meat where bacteria can build. We're going to film a pan with some olive oil. When it says film, just the bottom. And you know, extra virgin olive oil is what I love to use. It's a very healthy oil. So feel free to use it fairly liberally. We're going to turn this on, get this lit. Then I'm going to turn it down because this is a gas stove, a great gas stove. Boy, I love working in this kitchen. It's wonderful. Okay, while that's getting hot, we're going to go ahead and season them. What I'm going to do is just rub them with a little bit of olive oil. The reason, not for any other reason other than so that the herb mixture that I'm going to put on there will stick nicely. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to season these with a little sea salt and freshly ground pepper. I'm going to pat that in there. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. You know, it's amazing when you buy, when you grind your own spices and herbs, the explosion of flavor that you get. Not to mention, it's much more healthy for you, and you're going to use less if you're using sea salt that you grind yourself because it's so much more flavorful. Interestingly enough, if you have a stainless steel pan and it's supposed to be a good pan and food sticks in it, usually it means the pan's too hot. But what I want for these is just the oil to get shimmery. That's going to give it a good coat. And then we're going to finish it in a hot oven. Of course, you could finish them on top of the stove too, but I want to show you this technique. And let's see. And when I put these in the pan, I'm going to put these presentation side down. What that means is the prettiest side that you're going to put on the plate should be brown first, because that's when the pan is the hottest, when you first put something in it. And that'll give you a nice crust. Starting to smoke a little bit. That's the outside. I'm going to turn that down. And remember, we're going to put it presentation side down. And when you do this, smush it around, turn around in the fat. That way you coat your whole piece of meat and it will be less likely to stick. So what we're going to do is, and you know what, that looks like a lot of olive oil. I probably didn't need that much. Okay, this looks like, oh, these are beautiful, ready to turn. See how pretty this is? Oh my, that looks good. We're going to let them brown on the other side. Then we're going to finish them in a 425-degree oven. It's only going to take 6 to 7 minutes. But the great thing about this technique is you can get it done to this point, cool them down, put them in the fridge, and then finish cooking them right when you're ready to serve. So if you're serving a crowd, that's a great tip to know. Oh, beautiful. There we go. I think these are ready for the oven. Now, because I'm not sure if this pan is oven-proof, I'm going to transfer them to one that I know is oven-proof. And remember, with your oven-proof pans, this is a pan with a stay cool handle on top of the stove. Once it's in the oven, all of that gets hot. So I'm just going to go ahead and just film the bottom of the pan, make sure it has a nice layer of oil. And I'm going to put my fillets in. And then what I'm going to do now is put these beautifully brown fillets in the oven, 425, about 6 minutes. Now remember, when you have a small piece of meat like this, tenderloins, high temperature, short amount of time. Otherwise it'll be like shoe leather. So I'm going to check them to make sure they register about 145 or so. That's medium rare. What happens is there's carryover cooking. The residual heat in the pan will continue to cook them for about 10 minutes. So you don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to go ahead, put these in the oven, and make sure I have a mitt handy. I'm going to put those in for about, let's just try 6 minutes. Because I sure, you know what, I'm going to try 5. We're going to check our beef, because it's been a good 5 minutes. Oh, it smells so good. Yum. Okay. Go into the side, see what it registers. Okay. Wow, 133, 137. I don't want it to go above 145.